everybody. How are you today? It's Marla Diane coming to you from Palos Verdes Estates, California. How about that Thanksgiving for those of you in the United States? I don't know about you, but that is the first time ever I didn't have a gathering, and it was all done by Zoom in 4 different states, right? Actually, 4 different locations. So at least we had that. At least we had Zoom, but I'll tell you, it just did not cut it for me. All right, on to more positive things. I am so glad that you're here with me today. So just to what to expect is if you're driving, great, keep listening. If you're at home, grab a coffee, tea, something, and we're going to be here for about, I don't know, 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. Consider it kind of a mini training and a conversation around your money relationship, around giving yourself permission to make more money in the middle of a pandemic, and how to raise your wealth consciousness for higher sales conversion. So it's all about money stuff, okay? All right, do you like my background? I love Florence, Italy, so why not, right? In fact, I choose a different location almost every week for my background. How about you? You do that too? Yeah. Hey, we can't travel, we might as well have it here, and we spend so much time on Zoom, so let's make it fun, right? Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's start with, and I got my notes here, so kind of just hanging out here. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you as far as what you were most proud of that you persevered through in the middle of this pandemic, right? I'd love to acknowledge you. I'd love to reply to you. I'd love for other people to see the resilience that you have. And of course, it's always great, right, to acknowledge ourselves, right, for some hard work done and it being successful. So interact with me. Post below, right, what you felt you're most proud of, right, during this year in the middle of a pandemic. It can be personally, it could be professionally, either way. So do that, would you? Okay. Also, the phrase that I created for this year to inspire myself and others to stay focused more often on the good rather than the negative is hashtag look for the good. Right? Look for the good. And it comes from my teachings about looking for the gift in the challenge, because there always is. And I know at times it can be super hard to find it and shift your mindset into, okay, what's the gift here? What's the positive in this? There's always a gift, and it's a lesson. It's something about your transformation. It's something maybe you haven't been seen, whatever it happens to be. But gift in the challenge is a wonderful way to kind of put a spin on something that's really a challenge for you in your life. So would love for you to do this also, is down in the comments. For any of you that do hashtag look for the good, I will then DM you or private message you, however it is, whichever platform you're seeing this on, and I will send you my handout, my free handout, which is Higher Earning Power and Money Breakthrough Checklist. So it's about a 4-page, 5-page handout that can kind of help you get started on recalibrating your relationship with money. Yeah. So again, hashtag look for the good, put it down below in the comments, okay? And I will definitely respond. Okay, let's see. So today, if there's anything that you walk away with, this is what I aspire. And that is, one, to ask yourself, what's the gift in the challenge, right? In any given situation, small or large. And as you watch this, that you are able to kind of get an idea on some level. I'm not going through obviously all my content. That's a full 60-minute or so webinar, but that you can create a new normal with your relationship with money and how you think, how you feel and how you act, right, with money for higher revenues, plus taking action. And do that by considering to enroll in my annual money transformation program. Right? This is one of the reasons I'm here, is to give you some education, give you a feel for who I am, give you a feel for what some of the content is, and go take a look at the money transformation program page, which is listed below in the details. There's either link in the bio, right, if you're on Instagram, or the actual link to take you to the page, again, depending on what platform you're watching this from. And I really want to make sure you understand that I also have a holiday special. It's 50% off the early rate. So it's kind of a savings on the savings, right? So it's 50% off the early rate. And this is only good till Monday, November 30. I'm doing this on Saturday, November 28th. The special ran from November 25 going through the 30th. So go over there, you're looking at a $500 savings. That's a lot. Yeah, all right. So take a look at that. That's one of my two aspirations in which you are walking away from, is that you at least get interested enough to take a look at, right, what this 6-week annual program is. It starts in January. Okay. All right. So the main message that I bring you is that there's a level going on about money that you may not realize, right? Or even how to transform it, right? There's a level going on that most people, with the exception of many of you, I know you've had coaching, right? You've worked through some of your money stuff. So maybe some of this is familiar to you, and it's a good reminder, right? But there's a level going on that most people don't even realize around money, right? Money's not just this piece of paper, right, with deceased notables on it that lands in your bank account, right, for you to obviously, save, spend, invest, etc. There's something much more profound going on that affects, in this case, since I work a lot with entrepreneurs, that it affects your sales conversion. It affects how you discuss money, how you make decisions around money, and what goes on in money conversations, right? Okay. So there is something going on that you may not be aware of. So money is this in regards to what we're talking about today. Money is a relationship that's dictated by adopted habits, behaviors, feelings, judgments, right, and mindset that have been working against you, unbeknownst to you, no fault of your own, for a long time, right? And it affects your personal and obviously your business life, okay? But you have the ability, right, to recalibrate this with the right expert and tools, right? There is a solution to this for sure. So here's the gist of it, is that every person, regardless of their income level, they have what I call as money clutter, right? Money clutter, kind of similar to the feng shui principles, right? You have a feng shui expert come in to clear the blocks, right, in your home or your office, whatever space it is that you're having them do that, because there's an energy block going on. So they change position of your, furniture, they add different colors, all of that, to literally cleanse the flow, cleanse, right, the energy in that space. Kind of what I'm doing for you and your space personally, right, is we're clearing the blocks that are going on with you around money. That is a lot of it because it's habits, behaviors, and mindset that you adopted. It's no fault of your own, but I have the extreme privilege to help you and hundreds of others over the last 12 years do this. All right. So yes, is that the reason we all have this money clutter is that, again, on some level, we have adopted, unbeknownst to us, these belief systems, right, about money, that's really, it's blocking our higher levels of prosperity. It's blocking our financial success of what we'd like to be at. It's not just the tangible. It's not just the marketing, or we got to do better videos, or we have to, have a better message. I want you to pull back. This is not a tangible for the moment, although there are tangibles I coach around money. And that is, it's an intangible, what we're talking about today, okay? And that has to do with your money story. What are these belief systems that you're carrying around, right? That you maybe have never examined, or you have, and maybe it's time for that next up level, which, by the way, I'm consistently up leveling my money relationship, my wealth consciousness, so that I go to the next level. It's not a one and done. Right? So those of you that have already done some money coaching, maybe it's time for you to move up, right, to that next level, that next income level, and you're kind of stuck, okay? Which a lot of my clients is they're entrepreneurs. They've been in business for a couple of years, maybe even 5-10 years, and they're like, I'm stuck. I can't get to that next level. So besides some tangible, right, things we do with their business, a lot of it has to do with their wealth consciousness and what they feel they deserve and what their worth is, right? So, okay. So yes, is that I aspire for you in this particular video is that you recognize it in yourself, right? And that you actually you can do something about it. Yeah. All right. So one really profound truth that I want you to hold on to, and it's this, that our relationship with money is the most profound relationship we will have in our lifetime, right? Next to ourself, right? Our higher power and our significant other. So really let that sink in. It is the most profound relationship. We have a relationship with money. Maybe it wasn't ever put that way to you, right? But it is true to the word. We are in relationship with everything in life, okay? Because we have habits, behaviors, and mindset in how we treat money, just like we treat a human being. So here's what I want us to do, besides giving yourself permission to make more, is let's have you talk about how, or make a comment, that is down below, how conscious you are about your relationship with money, right? And maybe some of the belief systems that you might have. So what I want you to do is, I want you to, in the comments below, I want you to give this a try, especially the men, if you're watching this, I want you to describe in the comments below what you think your relationship with money is, okay? This is how, let me give you a couple of examples. This is what it could sound like, look like, etc. So kind of give it a whirl, but hear me out for a minute. Here's an example, is that you can honestly describe your money relationship, in other words, how you treat money, as caring, attentive, focused, appreciative, grateful, blessed, a good steward of money, trusting, faithful, it's an abundant relationship, and respectful more often. It's never 100%. That's why I'm here to teach you tools to keep recalibrating it, but more often, right? Or are you the type, which many are, it's okay, is your relationship with money described more often as frustrating, doubtful, fearful, in worry, not confident, limiting, distrusting, judgmental, in lack of value and your self-worth, right? Maybe even shameful or guilt. I know that's a lot to wrap around this thing called money, isn't it? Right? But there is an answer about healing that. There is an answer, right, and solutions to that, which hence is why I'm here and why I'm doing the 6-week program. Okay, so be honest, be transparent, right? Be vulnerable here, because that which is personal is universal. You are not alone in this, right? Okay. All right. So let's also now talk about universal law. Um, Actually, you know what? I'm going to back up for a second. I want to bring up a tangible aspect of how your money relationship affects, right? How it affects your sales conversations. And that is this, is that, okay, so you're in a sales scenario with somebody. As an entrepreneur, right, your only responsibility, right, in that sales conversation, wherever it is, hopefully it is either on Zoom or some video device or phone. Never text, email, never discuss money over email, everybody. Please don't do that. You have given your power away when you do that. Money is a respectful conversation between two or more people. Never ever do it over email. I know. I remember the first time I heard that, I went, oh, okay, well, that's a big shift. All right. So back to what I was saying is that your only responsibility in the sales scenario is owning your worth and your value, right? And helping that potential client or customer that you're bringing on, right? And helping them. You're helping them make a decision, right? Because here's the key, is their money story, and everybody has one, and they bring it to the table. They bring it to the sales scenario as an entrepreneur, right? As you're selling your goods, your services, is that no fault of their own, they're going to bring their money story to the table. And here's the thing, their money story, whatever it happens to be, has nothing to do with your value and your worth. Nothing, right? So what does that mean? That you, right? You stick to your rates, you stick to your value, right? You don't cave in. You don't change your mind on what you're offering that service for, because their challenge, if you will, with money has nothing to do with your value. And what will happen for you is you'll create, if it's a big enough savings that you're going to give them because they're asking for it, it's going to create resentment. It's going to create some emotional, low-level feelings in you and knock down your self-esteem. All right, so there's a whole lot more to that, but just I'm giving you kind of the tip of the iceberg. So please, your only responsibility in the sales scenario, right, is owning your worth and your value, right, and giving good service to that client. Okay, so let's talk universal law, right? Because money, like everything else, has a vibe to it. You agree with that? Say in the comment below, give me a high five, right? A yes, a like, whatever, is that money has a vibration to it. And it's a high vibration, because why? It's a blessing. Money is a blessing. In fact, money in my life and in my coaching and my teachings, money has basically 3, if not 4 purposes. 1, it's a blessing. 2, it's a high vibration because it is a blessing, right? Because we live in an energetic universe. Everything has a vibration to it. It's a tool for goods and services, right? An exchange of goods and services. And it's to fund your dreams and your desires. That's it. Anything else, anything else that you attach or we attach to money is a judgment. And it's a learned behavior and a learned belief system around money. It's not true. Money is innocent of all of those judgments. Okay, so universal law, let's move into that. Universal law is this, right? Is that being that we live in an energetic universe, again, everything has a vibration to it. So anytime we have the low vibes around money, fear, worry, doubt, judgment, shame, guilt, greed, resentment, fill in the blank, right? And we all carry it around with us. That's our humanness. Is that when we carry that around, that's a low vibe. And then what happens with universal law, which is the law of attraction, is we attract more of that low vibe in our life, which is lower money, not as much income. Now, let me point out, in the word attraction, law of attraction is the word action. I'm not saying it's only, you only increase your revenues by changing your relationship, right, with money, and especially your vibration. Instead of a low vibe and low thoughts, it's the right appreciation, the gratitude, the trust, right, the expansion, the abundance. Excuse me. You definitely need to have that instead of the low vibe, but you also need action to go with it. All right. So, yes, is that we become energetically responsible. This is the solution, is that we need to become energetically responsible, right, for our relationship with money, how we treat it, how we think about it, how we act about it or act on it. Okay. Is that when we have that relationship that's respectful, that is grateful, that is appreciative around money, because money has that vibration, what's going to happen is we're going to, right, have different reasons and more reasons to be grateful for and appreciative for, because we're going to create situations where we create more money. Okay, enough said on that. I know you kind of get that. I'll give you actually an example of a client, right, that happened the very next day after a session, is that we worked on her resentment around money. This was one of her first sessions of a 90-day program. And we worked on her resentment issue that we identified around money, right, that she learned, it was a learned behavior from childhood when she was a teen, that she carried into her adult years. And as a result, she was basically struggling a lot for her worth and the income and the revenues that she wanted in her business. We worked through that, flipped the switch on that, right? Gave her not only affirmations, but a whole new mindset, right, to consistently work on. We, right, worked through the energy, the low energy and thoughts. And the next day, I got a text from her saying that she brought in $18,000 worth of business from two resources, two, right, channels, if you will, that were stuck. They were stuck for the last couple of weeks, both of them. And she got yes answers to both of them separately over email the very next day. These types of things, everybody, happen all the time in my business with my clients. This is not every once in a while, it's all the time. So when we are able to literally, right, examine your relationship with money, your habits, your behaviors, your mindset that you've actually adopted, be it from childhood, society, neighbors, wherever you got it from, and we get it from a lot of places, that's for sure, but mainly childhood. When you can break through that and replace it with a whole new, what I call money legacy, as in your own relationship with money that you then get to what? Pass down to your, if you have children or plan to have children, pass down as a legacy that gets passed down generation to generation. And that's exactly what this is all coming from, is that we adopt, just like I did, I adopted habits and behaviors and mindset from my parents, and thank goodness I worked through it. And I worked through it for years and years. And I am here today to teach it, right? Because it's so incredibly powerful and life-changing. So, okay. You can look on my website for my background. I've been coaching for 12 years. Grateful for that. Overall, I have been in, I've had two businesses. Prior to coaching, I was in the entertainment business as a publicist for 22 years. And 13 of that, I had my own PR agency while I raised my son, all in Southern California. So I have been an entrepreneur for about 25 years, right? It's a long time. So you can take a look at my bio, my story at my website, marladiane.com. And here's what I'd like to, of course, end with is, again, encouraging you to right? Go to, and the link and the information is down below, is go take a look at the money transformation program page and look at all of the components that we're going to be covering, right, around you as a business owner in your relationship with money and what you feel you're worth and how to move yourself up to the next level. Because remember, it's not for a specific type of income level, it's for all income levels, right? You're at 6 figures wanting to go to multiple 6 figures, or you're multiple 6 figures wanting to go to $1 million figures, and so forth. This is applicable. Okay. All right. So don't forget as well that there's a $500 savings for the holiday that ends on Monday, November 30th. Use the promo code, and that information is below as well, but use the promo code BF Boyfriend 2020 in the checkout cart where they ask for a promo code, and then I'll give you the 50% off. Okay. And that's paid in full only. I have two options on there. I have paid in full, and I have a three pay, which is a monthly. This 50% off is only good for the pay in full rate. Okay. All right, everyone. It's been my pleasure to be here with you. I hope you got something out of it. Would love to read some of your comments, and I will be seeing you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.